And we return. Game 4. Technically, Game 3. But technically, Game 4.
Game 4. Yeah.
We're here. Gambit
And you
against
know
Team
what?
Spirit. What?
I have a surprise for you. We're going to game number 5. Team Spirit picked Phantom Assassin. Even though it doesn't mean anything, I think Vega has, even though it's not the best comparison, but they have, I think, 0.6 or 0.7 with that hero. So, Grimstroke against the Iocopter. If you use Soulbind on 2 heroes who are not Io and Gyro, it's basically like you use 2 ultis because they're already tethered and moving together. Tusk, I love Tusk against the PA because his ulti doesn't miss. So you always have this guaranteed stun. And we're in for a treat. Grimstroke Lich. Gary, what do you think about this combo? I mean, it's gimmicky, it's cool if you pull it off, but
It's pretty nice against Io Gyrocopter as well, right?
Yeah.
You guaranteed a ton of bounces. But what we've seen recently was the AM with the Grimstroke and the Lich, right? Team Spirit uses the combo of Grim and Lich together more for the Frost Shield Inkswell.
yes.
You've got PA to blink in now. The aggressive power
So
you have with
this
those
is
spells.
probably just a tri-lane for Team Spirit. You use Inkswell, Frost Armor, and PA blinks on a target, and that hero's dead.
Especially if it's an Io. Io is straight up dead if he gets jumped by a PA with those spells. So it's nice to see Gambit go for a couple of tanky options, Tusk and Sand King. Try and live through some of the onslaught that comes their way during the laning stage. But let's look at these bans to kick things off. I mean, Vengeful Spirit, Beastmaster, Magnus, Centaur, Darkseer. Lots of focus there towards Hester Joe and a few overlapping FNG heroes. While Team Spirit, the Kotl, Terrorblade, Dazzle, Dragonite, Slardar. So a lot of the minus armor and kind of tanky sustain heroes taken out, which Gambit have been loving. I'm just kind of still reeling the fact that there's no Medusa, no Anti-Mage, which we've been seeing first phase picked a lot of the time.
We have a Gyro and PA, so we're not going to see Anti-Mage. They need hero right now who can control these heroes. They have a lot of slow, but that's it. They need a stun.
Yeah, some way to lock down that IO or even just the Sand King. Having some kind of AoE or ground stun so you can disable him in the Sandstorm, get your sentry down, and kill him before he scutters away. And Team Spirit now with their 4th pick. We're likely looking for a Hester Joe hero here, right? With Centaur,
Yeah.
Darkseer, Magnus, Beastmaster gone, what's left for him? Legion Commander?
I'm not sure Legion is the best hero. It's cool with the Grimstroke, double duel. You can get a lot of damage, but there's a Tusk save with the Snowball. It's so hard to play into. But I'm just looking at the options that they have right now.
Brew.
Oh, Brewmaster's good.
I was just looking through all their games, and I'm like, yeah, like the past 10 games, Brew is like Brew and Clockwork are the 2 heroes that are still left in the pool for Hester Joe to go towards. Clockwork might actually not be that bad here.
Against the Sand King, he can just run away. Tusk can use a Snowball, get out of the cogs.
You can use shards to get out of cogs as well, can't you?
So they're picking. It could be an offlane Lina, but it could also be a mid Lina. So it's a core Lina nevertheless.
More combos with the Grimstroke though, right?
Yeah.
Double Laguna Blade. Tons of damage coming the way of Gambit.
I think Team Spirit is kind of trying to bait Gambit because Team Spirit has the last pick, and now they picked Lina, so they want to see the matchup, whether they want to put Lina mid against it or just pick a different hero.
Or even put the PA up
Yeah, they could
against
also
it,
put a PA, yeah.
if they really want to. But like we were saying, it's more ideal for Spirit to have that tri-lane, or at least a dual lane with Lich PA, having that Frost Shield and Phantom Strike. And there's the Brew ban.
Master.
Yeah, it's a tough one now, isn't it?
These heroes are all so squishy on side of Team Spirit. Like, if you get on top of them, they all just die. Grimstroke, Lich, Lina, low armored hero.
What about Doom
10 seconds remaining.
for Team Spirit? Soulbind with Doom.
They could go for it. Builds. They need something that builds
Big boy.
into tanky items, something beefy. Crimson Guard, amazing against the gyro. Even could even get a pipe. I don't see too many heroes. They could get a Tide Hunter if they want to.
They banned the Deucer anyway.
Just in case.
Just in case. I'm behind it. I fully agree, Team Spirit. I don't care if your opponents have picked 4 carries and you still ban Medusa.
Or if they want to go for something different, maybe get an Enigma plate on the as a okay. This is one of the heroes. We forgot about the axe. I don't know how. He's in the front row when you click on the heroes, so I didn't see him.
He's top left. Ignore the top left.
This hero is great in Dota. This hero is great in Artifact. I didn't play many games of Artifact, but I've read on forums that this hero is imbalanced. I still didn't feel it because I didn't even learn the basic rules of the game, but still.
It's because he gets Berserker's Call as his special card, right? So he just spins a bunch of heroes and they all die. Yeah, it's pretty funny. Final pick for Gambit, though. So they probably know now that it's going to be Axe somewhere on the side lanes. Lich, Grimstroke, PA are going to float around likely together for the first minute or two, and then they go and help the Axe. And Lina will probably just be a lone mid in a straight 1v1. So do you think that going towards something like a Templar Assassin could be okay here for Gambit?
It could. They also could get something that builds into Yule Scepter, maybe, or get an OD. OD does well against Lina, especially if someone decides to move and they have really good roaming heroes. Tusk, Sanking.
Oh,
nice way to set things up.
Yeah, Astral into Burrow Strike is always fun. How are we looking lockdown-wise here for Spirit? They've got Grimstroke Silence, they've got Lina Stun, Axe Call.
They could get Viper. Just break the PA. I've seen it in the North American qualifiers.
Yeah,
it was working well, but I think Pagana's gonna do fine as well. It's really good hero against the PA. She's has really low HP, and the Cripify works miracles. Also, Net Reward against 3 spellcasters.
Yeah, I mean, even more potentially. Netherward's going to get so much value from, PA's low mana pool spamming daggers and Phantom Strike. Grimstroke, Lich, and Lina they are spell dumpers. They just spam everything out.
And he can get the Yule Scepter. Yule Scepter is kind of a must against Axe. Once he goes in, especially when he gets the Blade Mail, just use Yule Scepter. That's it. Sanking can get one after a Blink Daggers, considering it's a core Sanking, but still Axe is going to have his Blink Dagger at the time.
Yeah, what do you think about Sanking's item build this game? Because I've seen a lot of, like Double Bracer into Vanguard, Double Bracer into Blink, Pipe
here sounds amazing.
I'm behind
Lich,
that.
Lina, Grimstroke.
I think I agree. Maybe even see him go for like Bracer, Hood, get himself some boots, and then the Blink Dagger, around 20 minutes. For that surprise factor. As everybody picks up their heroes. And we get ourselves into what potentially could be the final game of this series. Gambit currently leading 2-1 against Team Spirit in this best of 5. And the victory that Spirit got, it came from that upper bracket advantage. So technically they've not actually won a game in this series up against Gambit so far. Being 2-0'd by them in reality. As we'll get ourselves across to the lanes. Hester Joe, Axe heading top and down towards bottom. Team Spirit yet again gather up as 4, holding hands on their way through the forest for a wonderful picnic with the teddy bears out in the Radiant Jungle. We've got Biver on the Grimstroke, FNG Lich 9, Lina and Skitter on the PA. While Gambit, Dahak Gyrocopter. He's playing a different hero. It's Medusa without picking Medusa.
I'm looking at the items on Sanking. He had the two sentry wards. What?
Alpha Ninja changed. It's Havuefnenen.
Oh.
It's not
they might lose this game because of he mistyped one letter.
Dahak spots them coming in, and King R with tag team doesn't want to get too involved with this, as the homing missile donks back Skitter's PA, but 4 heroes here from Spirit will herd Gambit away from this ramp area. Dahak's trying to keep Vanscore's tether going on him, and there's the Inkswell jump in with the Frost Shield and another tether. Vanscore keeps Dahak healthy for now. No first blood spilt as Biver's chased back by King R, but no shards, no snowball. Tag team level 1. It does limit your reach and your catch power. Homing missile from quite a long range here might actually open up a kill onto the PA. They've got another tag team. They've got tether going. Bounty runes grabbed. Homing missile lands, but they're not committing. A little bit scary going up the high ground there against Biver, and especially with an Inkswell like that. Skitter jumps, catches. King R in a little bit of trouble. Half HP. A third of his HP.
Once they get the level 2 on a PA with the extra slow, they're changing lanes. They don't want to have Axe. They don't want to have Sanking against Axe. And he has 2 sentry wards. It's basically the same concept when you're playing 3 and you bring one extra sentry, and they need to be one who's going to use the sentry first, so you have advantage always. So basically they need to bring 3 sentries to see you, which is pretty insane.
Yeah, and you're pretty much always, or you're close to guaranteed to winning the trade. Alpha Ninja's being eyed up here by Biver with the Inkswell. And they will connect with the stuns. 9 hands the LSA as the Nether Ward, very early level there. Alpha Ninja drops it on the ground, and yeah, 9 equally as low on the old HP. Quick call bottom, has to Joe very aggressive, up in the face of Dahak and Vanscore. So they've got the axe against the Io Copter. Mid lane is now a 2v2. Lena and Grimstroke against the Pugna plus Sandking, who's wandering himself over the map, back up to top.
And that's a mistake that the Sandking made. He instantly TP'd bottom, and then Axe just TPs and follows him.
Double Stout Shield, Quelling Blade on Hester Joe, with a magic stick as well. Very difficult to harass down in this lane. As that's my bad. 9 and Biver catching Alpha Ninja out and catching me out in that middle lane. Hester Joe's just diving tier 1s.
Biver likes to get Boots of Speed as first item on his heroes, especially when he plays the Tusk, and we can see it with Grimstroke as well.
That's a nice call in the creep wave. Hester Joe feels like he's likely to die here regardless of what happens.
Oh, get those creeps before you die.
Grimstroke's arriving though. Salves up, and Hester Joe's fine. They've got an Inkswell to play around with here if Vanscore sticks a little too long. And there it is. Inkswell with Hester Joe in the creep wave. Tether finally in the midst of that stun gets him out. And they've also got a rotation mid, so there's just action happening bot and mid at the same time. 9 this time, the casualty of war.
Yeah, I can't blame you for missing that kill. I mean, I can, but I'm not going to do it.
You should. Take every opportunity you have. Sand King. Not too bothered about this. FNG's punches, not really that painful. And denying a creep, though. Very even CS. 12-4, 12-4, 12-1, 11-2. Very
lane, Gary, I'm going to help you out.
That's perfect. Have they caught one with the call and the spin? They most certainly have. King R. He needs to back up away from this. This axe is really causing a lot of problems here for Gambit. And King R can't handle the stuff that Hester Joe's bringing to the table. They're just cutting double wave now.
And Gyro's doing a good job pulling it to the side camp so he gets the neutral camps as well. Same goes for Axe, but I don't think they can contest this. What is King R doing?
He's baiting. He's hoping that no more spins come. Vanscore has kept him nice and toasty, but Hester Joe with the battle hunger and the little stroke of fate. Biver, super long range.
Oh man, Biver is so farmed. He got the first blood. He's going to buy a magic stick and full mana boots. 4 minutes in as your position 4. Sounds good.
This is so dumb. FNG's denying all the creeps, and there's nothing Sandking can do. They've both got sentries. Sandking with no Burrow Strike. He's getting the clicks. FNG, Frost Shield, and another Frost Blast. Can he kill here? He's not got the movement speed to chase, it doesn't look like. And Sandking has duped him north. FNG doesn't quite realize what's just happened. Sandking will go back to cutting the wave potentially. He's just going to go straight in towards the lane itself. Sandstorm it up. Radiant Sentry, Dire Sentry, and there's FNG. With the fast fingers clicking out the sentry ward. Another one taken out immediately. Look at the speed. Look at the speed of that. Was that FNG again? Yeah, he's popped another tango to kill off the sentries, and now Sandking left with nothing in this lane. Nothing at all.
Sandking tried to put one more sentry, but he had no vision there.
Yeah. A little bit weird.
Bottom lane, Biver.
Oh.
You got it. You got the last glimpse of it.
I did. I sure did. He's got himself arcane boots and stick, like you were saying. Not enough to keep him alive. Getting chased down by Tusk and Io. So things start to normalize now a little bit. Gambit.
Oh,
is that another?
That's another one.
Why isn't FNG dropping the XD? Usually he's very quick to laugh at things like this.
Because it's not funny after the third time.
He missed his opportunity after the second one. The third one just rubbing salt into the wounds. Still feels awkward here for Gambit. They can't kill Axe. They're trying to pressure Lina as much as they can. A reasonably even farm trade there between Lina Pugna in the mid lane. And King R is being tracked back by Biver, so they see the Tusk in his maneuvers. Pop the Inkswell and try and escape. A good snowball, though, dodges away from it. The trouble is that Invis Rune is going to give Biver the escape route that he needed.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the mid lane. 9 has a couple of more CS, one more deny. Both are level 6, but Lina should be careful if there's a nether ward.
FNG with Biver coming in, but the snowball back into the face of the Lina. Throws out the Laguna Blade, and Alpha Ninja nearly dies. Biver's Inkswell will land, and the LSA secures the kill, but the trade back is there. And no time for a tag team from King R. So FNG and 9 kill the Pugna, and they get out, while bottom lane, is this finally going to be a kill on Hester Joe? He's 1-0-1, and it's about to become 1-1-1. As the Axe, at long last, from the perspective of Gambit, takes a fall. They needed that so much. It relieves all the pressure from this bottom lane until he respawns.
He was playing so greedy. I don't know if he was saying for a Vanguard or just want to get the hood. Didn't buy boots, had 1,000 gold, and now he bought the boots. If he had boots there, he could just run away from the rocket. They wouldn't chase him because they waste so much time. And look where Sandking is playing.
Yeah. I've been watching. It's the weirdest thing to see a creep wave come in, and he hits it, and the creep wave moves, and he hits it, and the creep wave is always just like walking here in the sandstorm. Nobody's going to contest him. Yeah. Yeah, let's watch it. Like this. Oh, and the creeps, they don't know what's happening. Oh, hello. Oh, wait, forgotten about him. It's like Metal Gear Solid. Like you jump into the cardboard box, and the security guard don't know what happened. Wait, oh, where's he gone? We don't know. And call down. It's going to get dodged by Team Spirit. By Team Spirit. You walk around the circle. No harm. No foul. As PA really is racking up the CS in this game. Skitter at 57 and 16 denies. Already aiming towards the Battle Fury after double Wraith bans. King R. Perfectly scouted. And with the silence, he's going to struggle to snowball. Damage is coming, slowly but surely. Hester Joe not really able to get into the mix of things here, but King R is about to fall. The call, not going to land onto Dahat. Homing missile most certainly will, and that's a lot of magical damage. Level 3 rocket barrage, actually, onto Hester Joe. But yet again, no stuns, no disables, and a quick TP out will get Axe back to safety. Is Lich okay? I think FNG might be in a spot of bother. Snowballed upon. Goes for the TP out, and no stuns, but they've got the damage this time with the tag team.
They're just gonna ignore this Sandking. It's chilling there.
Oh, go back. We enjoyed it when you're over there, not dying and getting lots of creeps.
I mean, it's good for a Sandking. He's gonna get the Blink Dagger, but look what PA is doing. She's also dragging the creep wave, farming the neutrals.
Yeah, how does that relate net worth-wise? 4,700 on the PA. Pretty hefty.
Yeah, compare this to Gyro.
Yeah, it's a big old gap. And Sandking mid, he's looking to try and alleviate some of the pressure from Alpha Ninja. They do. They're pinging out FNG and 9. LSA with the Laguna Blade. Very simple takedown on the Sand King. FNG goes on a wander back up to top. And this is the thing. They don't need anyone to really safeguard the PA. FNG can go forward, feed, do whatever he needs. As long as he's getting the wards down, the vision going. He's going to get dewarded by King R. But it's a lot of space here for the PA, and Hester Joe is still doing very well down bottom. 3,500 net worth, barely a scratch behind the gyro.
Oh, look at the build on Lina. Power threads, 14 intelligence. Like, look at her mana pool and this building into Etherlands. I love this. Like, you can just initiate from the fog, getting closer to level 10. Cast range as well. I expect Lina to get Aghanim Scepter this game. Definitely, you have a Grimstroke in your team. You can just easily blow up people.
Especially against an IO.
Yeah, IO, Pagna. Pagna is a low HP hero.
Just remove that IO from the game. Still tethered up to Dahak's gyro. There's Team Spirit. Move in with a catapult wave. 11 minutes hitting these tier 1s. Well, this is what we've been seeing a lot of. And in comes the call down as Dahak wants in. Playing tentatively still around the Tusk as he moves forward. But there it is. Soulbind Laguna Blade. Tusk still alive with the IO tethered up onto the gyro. They're keeping Dahak going, ever so barely surviving as the final click's arriving. And there we have it. 9 with a double kill. And IO gets the hell out of there with a relocate.
They're gonna go for it. They know that he TP'd out. It's being pinged out. Lich, FNG, stun. Wait, stun on cooldown?
I have no idea, but in comes Sand King. Hello! In with the Burrow Strike. Trying to take down the Lina. Sandstorm damage looking good. Biva survives. The dust is there, and Lina's out. Oh, dearie me. Sand King is not going to get a single kill. Maybe he can blink forward and go hunting for 9, but nah. Salves up, and they are all fine.
They only needed Pagna there. Pagna has no TP. I don't know what Pagna was doing. Like, he could have cleaned them up with just a Nether Ward. Doesn't have to use any other spells.
Yeah, I didn't want to come down bottom. He wants to keep on farming. He's finished off his Ether Lens, and Tranquil Boots are coming. As Gambit, down by about 3,000 net worth, come through the dire jungle, past the Ancients and in towards the PA, but the IO gives the game away. As the orbs, scouted by Skitter, who is very close to that Battle Fury now. Careful, IO. Don't want to take too much damage as you steal a stack.
Alright, if Pagna doesn't want to come with the team, the whole team comes to Pagna. That's the old saying. Not sure who said it, but
every pub player.
Martin Luther King,
Einstein, Thomas Jefferson.
Not gonna pressure the top tower. We need to stop with the names, Gary.
It's the classic pub strat though, right? It's like you've always got one player who's like AFK somewhere, and you're like, "Come on, just join the fights. Come follow me, and they ignore you, and you know they feed, and they're like, "Right, I'm done. I'm just gonna follow you then." Team Spirit smoked up, FNG dead bottom, but I don't care about that. I only care big team fight, and they're looking for the gyro. Grimstroke shows with the smoke popping. They find the Tusk with the Soulbind onto the IO, and there it is. 2-man Laguna Blade and the LSA with a nice little jump and dunk. Hester Joe finds a couple of simple kills, and Gambit, again, shoved out of this territory.
Pagna, Sand King, they need to play together. Same with Tusk. They could easily smoke Sand King stun into reload. They could be anywhere on the map. Just pressure the towers. There's no global silence in this game to stop it.
How do you feel about Sand King going Blink Yules? Because we talked about this, and we both thought that Blink and Yules would be part of his build, but no bracers, no hood, no anything before that. Straight in.
It's good if they play as a team. If they're just spread around, you're not getting too much out of it. And he's getting kills on Lich. I don't think FNG cares at all.
They're even relocating for this. Hester is going to TP down. They dust up the Sand King as they move in from the back. Chain Frost is good, bouncing back towards King R into the gyro, and that Dragon Slave doing a lot of work. But they've got the heal from the life drain. Lina escapes with about 50 HP. A Sand King on the high ground falls himself. They jump in, call, and crit. A Skitter takes out the Tusk. And Team Spirit losing only Grimstroke. All of them dropping very low. But Gambit, again, they just cannot capitalize on these moves that they're trying to make. So does that answer the question about the blink on Sand King?
Yeah, they need to play together, otherwise this blink is useless. He's not tanky enough, has magic wand only. What is Axe building? Just a casual ring of health?
It looks like it. Maybe he goes Lotus later?
I don't know. I feel like he needs to tank it up for his team. But this PA is getting out of control. 9,000 net worth 15 minutes in.
Oh. Battlefield.
All in damage.
Oh, I was looking at this and like, oh, she nearly has Desolator. And it's like, oh, she has Battle Fury and nearly has Desolator. Skitter's PA absolutely off the rails right now.
And I love the build on 9. I mentioned that she should get the Aghanim Scepter, and she's getting one right now as the second item with the Grimstroke. Is gonna need a mobility item as his third item, maybe even get a BKB. So she doesn't kill herself. Okay, that's a Kaya, what?
Interesting. So Kaya, Ags, and then probably a BKB and a Blink. Oh, we'll see what the Lina gets up to. As Grim has completed the Ether Lens. A call down. Okay, landing on Creep's middle. Gyro and Io back into the jungle. And keep that GPM pumping in. Things have slowed down here for Gambit, though. This Pugna hasn't really felt like he's had an impact this game. 2-2-2. His net worth is good. His itemization seems, reasonably normal.
Yeah, it's fine, especially Glimmer Cape is good against Lina, against Lich, Grimstroke. You hide, so Phantom disappears. You don't have to hit it. But they're gonna have a lot of reveal anyway, since there's a Sand King. But you need to pop the dust before, otherwise the Phantom is gonna disappear.
Sneaky. Oh, it's nighttime. Oh, they see. They jump and they catch. Alpha Ninja. He's got Glimmer back up in a second. I think he's already dead, though. And there it is. Easy peasy. All right. Calm down, Grimstroke. Can't go around calling people worms.
And they instantly TP top. They want to pressure this tower. Lina.
Iocopter in trouble here. There it is with a soul bind. Oh boy, that Laguna Blade.
Oh man, this was so beautiful.
Sand King arrives with a quick Burrow Strike epicenter, but that sinister gaze into the LSA means that this Afterlife Sand King has to run away. A quick Walrus Punch from FNG will hold them in place for just a little bit. But Hester Joe arriving now will take the Tusk down a notch. And Team Spirit really are striding towards victory at this point. Skitter has been untouched. 201, 210 on his CS board. With a double damage rune spawning bottom, Team Spirit could make a lot out of that rune.
And Phantom Assassin is level 16. Once she gets a BKB, they have nothing to stop her with.
Absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing. And Gyro, he doesn't want to build into MKB that early. So this Phantom Assassin is going to have an item and a half advantage in this game.
How did the picks go again? Spirit first picked PA, and then Gambit responded IO Gyro, right?
Yeah. And then Grimstroke?
And then Grimstroke. I was just thinking, back in the day, PA was considered a counter to Gyro, right? Because the BKB piercing, Blink, the Phantom Strike, able to close the gap on Gyro. You've got evasion, you've got, insane physical burst damage potential. So still picking IO Gyro to try and match PA with the pacing and the tempo of the game doesn't seem to have worked out just yet. 7k lead here for the Dire team, and they're going to make it more. Catching the Pugner, but a good burrow strike in the back, taking FNG out of the fight for a second or so, but Afterlife and Alpha Ninja, they've got to try and bail away. They've killed Hester Joe. They've killed off 3. Nether Ward and Life Drain.
Pugna's ward, yeah. They just needed to play as a team, go as 5. They relocated Pugna, Glimmer Cape.
Oh.
FP, but he's canceling his Blink Dagger. Man, he's using this Dragon Slave from downtown. Etherlands, the runes are gonna spawn, 20-minute mark.
He nearly landed the LSA, to be fair. Like, he nearly caught him with the LSA stun just to stop everything from happening. And Dragon Slave was the cherry on top to cancel the blink. PA now 1,400 away from the BKB, though. And like you were saying, nothing really here that the Radiant can do to handle that BKB PA. As the Lina actually finishes off Kaya and Sanj. 1,800 HP, tanking up significantly when she's on strength treads. Of course, that status resistance is going to be super handy up against the Tusk and the Sand King. Gambit, they're just trying to really, put the pedal to the metal right now. They're just pressing forward into enemy territory, trying to play on this Dire side of the map. Sentries, observers, everything that they can throw into the mix, but they've got the Sinister Gaze and the Laguna Blade and a nice little chop of their head. Remove the Sand King from the game for now. And FNG, he just runs straight on into them. The PA immediately double crits. And Tusk no longer
It's Roche time.
part of this world. And what's to stop them roshing? Absolutely nothing right now. Sand King dead. Roche should be easy.
They can't even scout it out since cooldown is on cooldown. That's just a free Roche for PA. Once she gets level 20, triple Stifling Dagger, there's an IO and Gyro, so they're sticking together, and there's a Soulbind as well. So there's going to be a lot of daggers and damage. BKB is going to be finished in less than 100 gold on PA.
What's the biggest thing that Team Spirit are afraid of right now that Gambit have?
Pugna ward.
So buy BKB on Lina and then you're not afraid anymore?
Yeah, but she decided to go for Sanj. I'm not sure that's the play that they needed. It gives her some tankiness, but still 2 times mana cost on Laguna Blade than your other spells. Lech also really costly.
Is that PA popping the blur? They're all smoked up. Now, that's a good jump.
Man, Alpha Ninja playing really bad this game. He's the one who's getting caught all the time, not playing with the team. He needs to step up.
Yeah, real tough for him. PA, not a care in the world. Aegis BKB. Critting and cleaving creep camps as she goes along. Team Spirit setting up base camp in this Radiant jungle right now. 1 Dire Observer ward watching the entrance, and a couple of wards here, Radiant and Dire watching the exit from that eastern side. Look at that, Alpha Ninja's just scribbling in the jungle. They're all here.
Look at the damage on Laguna
with ult,
with the spell amp, and she's not even level 20 yet.
850 up to 1,069. And then with Ags.
I'm waiting for Ags and level 20 talent.
What's the number going to be?
I gotta do the math.
Oh,
Never mind.
Shit. Hello. Hello. Sand King. Blown up by 9, and FNG actually survives. Soulbind will catch King R and the Gyro. Not even a chance to snowball to save. I'll use the Shrine as Biver heals himself up. FNG's like, nah, mate, I'm going to go back Fountain. I don't really want a Shrine with you guys. And look at where Alpha Ninja is. Absolutely miles away from the rest of his team. His team's fighting up here, and he's down here.
It feels impossible for Gambit to win this game. They just need to kill the Nether Ward because they don't have BKBs, other heroes besides PA. That's going to be almost a full basher. on PA. Come on, Lina. That's an Aghanim Scepter, level 20 almost.
So magic resistance no longer matters on that Laguna Blade. So it's going to do the full, pure 1079.1. Never forget the 0.1. And that damage is, what? Going to 90% the IO. Is there anyone that's going to insta-die? Not really, but very close.
Plus 12% spell amp on level 20. I just want to see the number. Come on, clear that creep wave.
Got it.
They move forward as a team. FNG's the one back in base with his double braces. And buying up sentries and smokes and all that good stuff. And Gambit gathering up down bottom, but they have to TP because their base is being assaulted. PA not wanting to pop her own BKB there and holding on to the Aegis will jump back from the life drain as Alpha Ninja now has a Dagon 2.
1.2k damage on Lina with Laguna Blade on 2 targets.
I mean, that's 2 people pretty much just, like, that's IO dead. Like, one more hit and IO dies. Like, if they get Tusk and IO in a Soulbind, they both immediately die to, like, a Laguna Blade and a Dragon Slave.
Yeah.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, Hester Joe, nice little quick blink away. Scouting with his illusions as Alpha Ninja gets soloed by 9.
He just stuns him from fog.
Yeah, during nighttime. What can you do? What can you do? At long last, IO is at level 15 though, so we've got the Ags tether bonus on Gyro. BKB, SNY, Dahak, 4, 3, and 5. Not having an awful time, but it's not looking like his game. They try and split push away top lane, but look at this. Bottom, Axe Illusion. Top, Axe Illusion, and they spin with full damage, guys, if you didn't know. If you have an Axe on your team and you see an Illusion Rune, do not pick it up if you're a Crystal Maiden. Do not pick it up if you're a Viper. Give it to the bloody Axe. Thank you. That was your PSA for today.
Yeah, people probably hate Illusion Rune. Oh, I need to micro it. But it's
Abram.
really good. It's really good on some heroes.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Team Spirit not going to overextend, really waiting it out. As the next Roshan in 2.5 minutes means that very likely Gambit here have 2 options. They stay in their base and push out waves, or they make the aggressive play and they try and smoke to come around and try and find Team Spirit over here. Dire, yeah, they're scanning. They're looking for it because that's the kind of natural move, is to either push out and smoke up and around or straight across and try and catch them up this high ground where Team Spirit are all ready and waiting. But it looks like Gambit are just going to try and shove waves for now. Not smoking, not playing aggressively. They want to control Roshan.
Yeah, finally, IO is level 15, so there's this side gunner for Gyro. Gyro has a lot of net worth, but it doesn't feel like he does that much. 10-second BKB.
Netherward's down, and that's a good burrow strike.
Oh, that's nice.
Axe is gone. Dahak down to half HP. There's a lot of expenditure from Team Spirit. And Team Gambit, are they looking to go back in? 3 seconds for a blink on Sand King. And there's 3 heroes lined up like ducks. He gets 1. Oh, that's a little bit unfortunate. Very close to catching a double, but 9 is still trapped by the shards and he's decrept up. The damage, where is it? Fly it on through. Alpha Ninja, come on, life drain him. Suck and kill. Now
Double
the PA,
damage,
double
PA.
damage arriving just in time. But the decrep saving Dahak has to change targets onto Alpha Ninja. Decrep again in a second. The crit, the hit, whatever it takes, will find the kill on Pona.
It's still a decent trade for Gambit. They lost a Tusk. Were they relocating? Back bottom. And this PA is getting out of control. No one's buying Heaven's Halberd. You know what they could do, Gary? Buy Blade Mails against Lina and just blow her up.
Yeah, where's Io's Blade Mail? Why is he buying a Ghost Scepter? And who else? We could see the Sand King maybe go for one?
I think they need Heaven's Halberd, either Sand King or Io. It will give him some tankiness, status resistance.
Well, Vanscourt. Nice bit of de-warding going on. As Gambit do reclaim a little bit of their jungle back.
Radiant are scanning.
16 to 27, Team Spirit with a pretty decent lead. And now the blink on Lina arrives. BKB is queued. The end of days. It is upon us. Gambit likely on their last legs here. Very, very close to just tapping out. And this fight is going to dictate a lot of where it goes. Except it's not a fight. PA goes up, loses the bounty in battle to Alpha Ninja, and then runs away.
Look at the range on Blink. Dreamstroke, Aetherlance, cast range. Same goes for Lina. They can just cast their combo from downtown bottom lane. Sanking.
Yeah, surviving.
Oh,
has a
gotta put a
Yules,
Sandstorm.
has a blink, and Axe can't catch. Lina might be able to. Long range, Yules up into the air, thanks to Biver. No? Was that a self Yules?
Yes. I'm not sure he needed that.
Okay, yeah. Was he waiting for stun to come? I don't know. It's a bit odd. Sets up for the LSA regardless. A dead Sand King. As Roshan, 30 seconds. It's going to time beautifully here with the Sand King respawning. So Gambit do have a chance to contest. And they're all sprinting up top. Dahak, Vanscourt, both have TP scrolls. The King are hiding
Are scanning.
by that side shop as Dire scan missing on all of them. Process of elimination catching the gyro though. Oh, IO TP'd out. So Dahak completely left to his own devices is found by 9. $1,156.93 damage.
I think Gyro could disassemble S and Y and get Heaven's Halberd, keep the Yasha. Like right now, he's not dealing any kind of a damage anyway. 200, but
Yeah, plus the
he
Agnim's
needs
IO,
to
but
disable this PA. PA is just almost fully jacked. 5 slotted. That's a full Abyssal Blade, level 25, in less than a minute.
Axe just about getting out of range of the Pugna.
They can just one-shot 2-3 heroes at the same time with the Lina and Dagger.
I mean, imagine you get a
Radiant's middle tower
multi-man
is under
call,
attack.
like 2 or 3 people in the Berserker's Call from Axe. They get Soulbound, they get Laguna Bladed, and they get triple daggered. Everybody is going to die.
Radiant's
So
middle
Gambit, they
tower
have to be
is under
very
attack.
careful with their positioning. Daggers come through, in they go. Sand King on top of the PA.
Nice.
Blown up, Aegis popped. Now the Axe in with his own BKB as the Soulbinder arrives. It's catching a couple here, but the BKB of Gyro keeps him fine. As they jump in with the PA now, stunning up, and Gyro, he is okay. Healed up by Io on his way through. So Team Spirit take a tier 3. They bail as they forced
Dire's
2
bottom
buybacks
tower
from
is
Gambit.
under attack.
They did it nicely. Blew her up, sanking stuns. Pugna did his combo. I mean, PA can still die. But they
Radiant
used
are
2
scanning.
buybacks, and the most important part, they got the buyback off Pugna.
And they still have the cheese on Lina. Nice little backup plan there for them. Gambit. They are so protective of this gyrocopter. 5-man grouped up. Make sure he's farming. Get towards that Satanic as quickly as possible. But look at Team Spirit. They want to catch. They want to kill. Buyback status. Gyro has one. So not a massive deal if he dies here, but it's still going to be a lot of gold lost. He's still kept up and running with the help of the decrep and the life drain. He's healed up through the threshold of
Nice
the
relocate.
culling blade, and he's out back to Fountain. Shrine ready, but the hits and the crits of the 1400 slam down onto the Tusk. Removes him from the game as the Sand King will also be left to die. Io relocating back in means a 3 for nothing.
That wasn't
Yeah, it feels like this game is just gonna end right now. PA 25,000 net worth.
26,000 in a second as they jump. The decrep buys time for the gyro. The Sand King, a Burrow Strike yet again on the PA. There's the zap from the Dagon. Epicenter, where is the follow-through? Getting a big AoE as it stacks up, and the PA dodge one hit. Burrow Strike's good. On to two as the Pugna still going through them. The buyback of gyro will finally be spent as they get in on top of Axe, but a juke through the trees. He's got no blink.
Maybe I spoke too soon. Runes just spawned. Can they get all four? Someone should TP bottom. Lina already on it. Tusk TPing bottom, but I'm not sure if he's gonna get it. So they used 1, 2, 3, 4 buybacks.
Yeah, Gyro, Sand King bought back just now, and we saw Pugna, Tusk, as well as no, Pugna and Tusk buyback not too long ago, a couple of minutes, if that. King R going to realize that 9 is off in the shadows. Vansker and Dahat with Alpha Ninja onto the tier 2 mid now. All of a sudden, Gambit with a new lease on life.
Oh, FNG.
They're playing very aggressively here, being 18,000 net worth behind. If they get wiped on this side of the map, it could be good for Team Spirit just to run down mid, get a lane of barracks.
I think if Gyro can get an MKB right now, even though his buyback is on cooldown, has a Satanic and the SNY, so there's going to be a lot of status resistance. Let me just check. 41.2.
41.2.
So Axe Call is not going to last more than 2 seconds.
Yeah. That's some nice stuff. Satanic and Sanjanyasha. That status resistance is pretty tasty. As Lina says, forget BKB. Refresher Orb in the Courier. So we're going to have quadruple Laguna Blade. Team Spirit very tentative though. Holding back, not pushing forward. They've got a dire ward here, so they know exactly where Gambit have been lurking. They've seen the crossover, and they know that they are in the vicinity, looking for a bit of a trap to spring on that top creep wave.
Oh, they can see them, but it's gonna get dewarded. Grimstroke bought a gem. He's working towards the Hex. Roche may respawn in 2.5 minutes. Now Io also hit level 20, so that's gonna be an extra GPM for him.
Yeah, finish off that Spirit Vessel. As we are starting to dwindle in terms of BKB duration. 7 seconds on the PA. Axe down to 8. Gyro sitting at 7 himself. That's all the BKB goodness we've got. A Lotus Orb for the Sand King, and we still have that Ring of Health on the Axe, by the way. He's still just got a casual ring. Skitter wants a Satanic as well.
This Lotus Orb could change things a little bit. He should use it on a target that has Soulbind on it.
Radiant's top shrine is under attack.
But he needs to hit the correct one.
Yeah.
If he just sees the Lotus Orb, he's gonna use ulti on a different one.
It's a pretty tight timing to make. But if there's anyone that we believe in that can make it, it is this Sand King for Afterlife. Team Spirit feeling a little emboldened. They've shoved mid and top all the way across to the Radiant base. Roshan, 1 minute until fast spawn as Lina deals with bottom lane. And Team Spirit, they regroup. All collecting together as 5. Moving up towards the high ground now as Afterlife clears out the remnants of the vision here. And it really is turning into this war of attrition over observers and sentries. Continually getting warded, dewarded, rewarded, and killed off one by one.
They're just waiting for Roche to respawn. Darksuck far away from MKB. He would love to have that in the next fight. Because I don't think they can lock him down. if he pops the Satanic and the BKB. That depends. If Axe goes on him, Lina uses ulti or two.
FNG directing everybody where to go like a conductor. You guys go here, you go there. We'll make sure that we're defended from here. And I will sit inside the Roshan pit. With 1 second to go until fast spawn, we will know it is 20 seconds. Very speedy Roche.
And they just smoked. They know the Roche timing.
This should make my life easier.
Bounty runes down bottom for FNG. It looks like he will grab both of them. Probably going to lose his life for that second one, though. As they charge on forward. Finding the Lich. Roshan alive. Team Spirit with only 4 up.
Wait. Do the math, Gary. If Lina picks up Refresher Shard, Refresher Orb.
How many Laguna Blades do we have? With Soulbind?
Yes.
Well, we have 2, plus 2, plus 2.
That's an easy one. I was just testing.
Very good.
Radiant are scanning.
All right. If Gyro gets MKB, this game could take a shift, even though it's a 20,000 net worth lead for Team Spirit right now.
Hello. PA is in. Nice snowball save, though. On to Pivot they go. They're still going to get blinked and called by Has to Joke. And that's 2 heroes from Gambit down. And Vanscore hit with a Soulbind. A buyback from King R, and the death of Vanscore means Roshan opened up here for Team Spirit. Io can buy back.
Well, King R needs to use the sentry. They're standing on a ward.
There you go. There's still a sentry down there. A very speedy Roshan take here from Team Spirit if they commit for it. Vanscore does buy back. That's what Team Spirit have been looking for. With 5 alive, they are 5 versus 4. Sand King, so much of the team fight, the control, and the utility on Gambit. Him being dead for another minute here really is a bit of a disaster. As Team Spirit going for a sneaky wraparound play. PA glimmered. Blur in 15. D wards quickly.
Oh, now they see them with a different ward. Oh, it's being pinged out. Put a sentry down. Nice.
Soulbind in. Laguna Blade out. Refresher Orb used. But, yeah. I believe they're both dead. 100 seconds without your gyrocopter. No buyback, no money. Even when that cooldown is ended. So we've got ourselves Refresher Shard, Aegis Cheese. Grabbed up by 9. And at long last, it looks like they can try and close out this game. PA yet again blurred up. Shifting up to the high ground, leading the charge. Alpha Ninja, Vanscore, and Afterlife smoked, ready and waiting. Their moment to strike, it comes now. The blink, where is it? He's not using it. He's epicentered and he's died. GG is called and they tap out. We're going to a game 5.
We saw a lot of good combos in this game with Grimstroke, Lich, Lina. Man, I love this new build on Lina. People were starting to build Aghanim Scepter on Lina in the previous patch, but as a 5th/6th item, and we see it way earlier right now, but they're skipping Yule Scepters, going for Ether Lens, gives you enough mana regen, and you can just stun from a different part of the map. So we're gonna go to game 5, as we expected, Gary, right? It always is game 5.
It always is game 5. Best of 5 here in the European qualifiers, and we're gonna go the distance. Gambit taking on Team Spirit. I don't know who this favors, whose momentum is stronger, who's gonna be able to take the last game. It's all been very draft focused, at least from my perspective, in terms of victories and outcomes. We'll take a short break. Couple of minutes and we'll be back. I won't do the finger guns. You do, though. Yeah, there we go. Bye. Jazz hands this time. See you guys in a little bit.